All right, it's going live. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this show is different today. StreamYard is having a worldwide crash.
Having a hissy fit.
So you can't go on the app. So now we're live on YouTube. No commercials, no intro. It's a whole different show for us today. But we're gonna work for it. Yeah, just us. No Jimmy. I mean, no David. No Jonathan. Just us.
We're even supposed to be on the show.
No, but
I was gonna say that would be different if we had him on the show.
Yeah, how could we do a virtual show? I can't even post the audio on the Spotify because that's not working. But what can we do? Things happen. So Aaron Rodgers is a Pittsburgh Steeler. They finally got their quarterback. They're either going to go 5-12 because he's a distraction. He likes to cause ruckus, or they're going to go 12-5.
I think it was all because of the Jets. I think Jets are the distractions, honestly.
Oh, they are. But at the same time,
it was the same thing with Favre.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
The same thing with Favre. Favre was on the Jets for a couple of years. Like, what, 2 years at least?
Something like that. And we just watched a documentary
I know, we just watched a documentary of him. But then it was 2 years, and then he goes to Minnesota and has, like, a fantastic year.
Yeah, they go what? They go 13-3?
I think so.
Something like that.
They made it to the
NFC Championship game versus the Saints. They were that close.
Yeah.
To go into the Super Bowl. But besides that, I don't know.
Like, it could be the same thing for Rodgers. Rodgers, for instance,
it could go either way.
They were because, like you said, like Pittsburgh has a team.
They have the defense. They got the pieces in place. They have the coach.
And offense, it's better.
So it's not like they're a bad team.
No.
But with a 41-year-old quarterback.
I mean, it was the same thing for Brady, though. Brady went to Tampa, and then they won a Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, but a different scenario, different situation.
Really. They had a good defense.
No, I know, but Tom Brady's Tom Brady.
They had a good offense.
Tom Brady's Tom Brady at the same time, so it's like you can't.
Yeah, but Rodgers still Rodgers.
I know that he had decent numbers last year, but
yeah,
like he's also a distraction.
Rodgers finished like with 4,000 yards.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback.
28 touchdowns.
But he's also a 41-year-old that likes to do his own thing sometimes.
Well, we'll see with a different head coach, though. Because you had Salah that like really didn't know what he was really doing, honestly. Yeah. But now he's back to his role being a defensive corner. Like I always tell you, sometimes you're not going to be a head coach. Like you got to know your certain levels.
Yeah, not everyone's made to be a head coach.
Yeah, like we're going to see what Ben Johnson, what he does with Chicago, if he's a head coach material. Mm-hmm. He does with Chicago. Chicago had no excuse this year to be a playoff team.
Yeah, they should be decent.
They should be decent because same with like Minnesota. Minnesota, because of Kevin O'Connell, was better last year.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see this year they're going to be the same with J.J. McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's Sam Darnold. And we'll see. And there's no excuse for any of those teams because they definitely can.
But it's going to be tough coming back from injury for J.J.
Oh, absolutely. But I think he had almost a full year of recovery and everything.
Yeah, he recovered. He had the time.
And he should be fine. Like we're gonna do you ask Kevin O'Connell to head coach? Do you play him preseason or do you let him rest until like the last preseason game to get him like little off the rust and then play him?
I give him a few snaps, but I won't play him I maybe do it the first two drives of the first game or maybe the last game.
Well, they might do that. They might do that like for like the first first preseason, like the first or second. The third one, I would definitely.
We got Rocky.
Who's Rocky? Oh, the raccoon.
Technically, they're not supposed to be out now.
Oh well, they're out now. What are you trying to rob?
He wants to go after someone.
Is it Giz? Giz not over there.
I don't know, but there's Rocky.
I don't know.
He's scared of something.
Like us, because we're looking at him.
Unless he wants an apple.
I'm even going to go in fast enough to get him an apple.
He's like looking at us like, what are we doing?
Yeah, because we're looking at him.
He's going back. He's scared of something, that raccoon.
Yeah, probably us. They're more scared of us than we are of them.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's going to be fun. This is like you got the Giants, you get the Bengals, the Steelers.
Bengals are going to suck.
Patriots supposed to be this team on the rise. The Jets, we don't know what's going to happen with him and Fields.
We'll see.
But
I think the Bengals are still going to be in the same position, like I keep telling you, because defense.
Yeah, and I think Shamir Stewart's holding out right now at OTAs, but a lot of people are. A lot of players are holding out.
Yeah. But I just think, who else on that defense? Name me another good player on the Bengals defense.
I can't.
Exactly. There's
Their
no
defense is a big hole, but I
there's
just
no
think
good players. Like so, the Bengals are relying on putting up 40 points each game.
yeah, but they still have that. They
But
have
what's
a good
going to happen
team.
when Joe Burrow gets shut down?
I know that's going to be a difference, but still, I can't.
Like, what's going to happen when the Ravens shut down them?
They should beat Jacksonville. They should beat the bad teams. So they
Well,
could
no,
start
because
off.
you also have that curse of the first 5 games.
I know, but I don't know. It's going to be tough for the Bengals.
We'll see.
I think Baltimore's still a team on the rise. Pittsburgh, they have that defense. They have the pieces in place.
They have it now, so
Aaron Rodgers is a big question
if
mark.
they can put it all together at the right time.
Because if they were 9-3 last year, I did say they could come out of the AFC last year. I did say that.
They could, but I think because
you can't say I never said that.
Offensively, they weren't good, but now they're better this year because of DK. Like DK is a difference maker on that team. Plus, if they get any other help, like if they sign anybody else,
Yeah.
like they have Romeo Wilson and Calvin Austin, that should be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping. Robert Woods is there, but I don't think he's gonna be that good.
Giants defense, they did a scrimmage or whatever you want to call it, camp, and they went through that Giants O-line. I can't wait for that defense.
But that's bad on you, though. That's bad on the
Yeah, but
offensive line.
was it a bad?
Russell's got to be running around half the time.
Was it a bad O-line or was it a good defense? We don't know.
Probably a mixture of both.
I know.
That's the problem. It's like you need a balance. Like, look at Kansas City. They always had a balance. They always had a great defense, and the offense was always decent. Same with, like, who's another team I could put up there? Like,
Philly in that Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Philly. Well, Philly won because of that freaking defense.
Yeah, Philly won because of their
defense. They locked, and I told you was going to happen that Super Bowl, that Philly was going to lock them down. They wanted revenge.
Yeah, they came out flying.
Yeah.
They truly came out flying.
No, they were a little cold because, Barkley wasn't – they were locking down Barkley the entire time. It was – they couldn't stop Hurts.
They stopped Barkley.
They couldn't stop Hurts.
They did stop Saquon.
But they couldn't stop Hurts. And I told you, if you stop Barkley, you got to stop Hurts. Hurts was having a fantastic game that game.
See what happens with Barkley this year, Madden curse.
I hope not.
I don't want it either, but I would not be surprised if this thing is real.
Because it wouldn't surprise me if CMC goes off again because of, A, their strength schedule, and B, he'll be healthier.
Yeah, he should have a breakout year.
He should have a decent season.
Brock Purdy should have a breakout year.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence needs to bounce back.
I think he will. Offense is going to be shaky, I think, because it wouldn't surprise me if he gets traded halfway through the season. Because I feel like they might have to press the restart button soon again.
Yeah, but who? Who's he going to get traded to?
I don't know. Whoever's going to give up something. Like it would be draft picks, honestly. Whoever has the most draft picks.
Then where do they go after that?
This next season is going to be a better draft class for quarterbacks.
Archie.
A lot of them. A lot of quarterbacks.
There is a lot.
A lot of quarterbacks are going to be decent.
I'm so happy we got Jackson Dart. That's Giants saying Jackson Dart.
But he won't start for another
at least a year or two.
I say after Winston leaves, honestly, because then if anything, you start him next season. Unless you go for.
I like Russell.
Oh, now you like Russell?
I do. I never changed my opinion on him.
Oh, you like Russell now?
He was always a good quarterback. He benefited from having the Legion of Boom, and he benefited from having Marshawn Lynch on the team.
So did Brady benefit of having a great defense too?
For what, Tampa?
And the Patriots.
No, because Brady's Brady.
But he benefited off the defense.
But Brady's Brady. Brady made these wide receivers look a lot better than they were.
But you can say the same with Russell Wilson. He did the same thing for Tyler Lockett and all them.
But
Doug Baldwin.
Tyler Lockett's still a good wide receiver.
We'll see this year on
he's still a good receiver
on Tennessee.
So it's not
where's Doug Baldwin? He's gone. After Russell left,
But sometimes you need a good system to be successful. I never said Russell Wilson's a bad quarterback.
Yeah, but you really think the Giants have a good system?
He's going to make us better.
But do you think
he's still declining in age.
But do you think the Giants have a good system offensively?
For Jackson Dart, yes.
No. Take Jackson Dart out of it. Do they have a good system offensively?
Malik Neighbors, Tyrone Tracy, Cam Scatterbo.
Okay.
They're receivers I like.
Okay, but how long could that offensive line hold?
Doesn't matter. Russell Wilson's here for 1 year.
When
that's
you have to go against when you had to go against a top 5 defense in Philly, and then you had to go against Washington, that is going to be so much better.
Russell Wilson's here for 1 year, and that's it.
Yeah, but you're predicating on him being so great. You're saying they might even make the playoffs.
But he's going to make us at least competitive. Am I sitting here saying, yo, Russell Wilson, lead the New York Giants to the Super Bowl? No, he's going to make us a lot competitive than we were last year. Instead of putting up 10 points a game, we're going to put up at least 17 to 20. Big improvement for the Giants.
I don't know about that, honestly.
Big improvement for the Giants.
I don't know. You guys got, like I said, you guys got a schedule of all schedules. I thought ours was bad last year.
But it's going to be a lot more competitive.
I thought ours was bad last year towards the end. You have all the way through a bad schedule.
It's going to be so much better when the Giants win 7 games instead of 3. Come on. You're going to tell me it's not something to be happy about?
No, because I don't even think they're going to win 7 games.
Even if Jameis Winston's there, we're going to be a lot more competitive.
I think Dave's head on head. Halfway through the season, if they don't win any 3 or 4 games, you're subbing Wilson out. You're putting Winston in.
Yeah. So that's the whole point.
No.
But we're not taking Wilson to win now. You're missing the point. He's just supposed to be a transitional guy. Same thing with Winston. He's supposed to be a transitional guy.
I'd rather not have Winston transitional.
Just why we're not throwing Dart in.
I'd rather you want a guy that went 20 for 20.
We're not throwing.
It was 20 for 20.
30 for 30.
30 for 30.
30 for 30. Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
What a dog.
That's not a dog.
I know. I'm being sarcastic.
No, but still.
But that's the whole point. We're not. I even said it on the show. If we were to draft Shador at 3, I'm not throwing him in there right away. That's the whole point of having a Russell Wilson or having a Jameis Winston or a Joe Flacco, just to hold that position so our guy could be ready.
I don't even think I would want to have Wilson. I would love to have as a transitional quarterback, but Winston, no.
He's a good guy in the locker room. Great entertainment.
He's great entertainment, but then that entertainment could just cause so much trouble.
Okay, and then you trade him to a team that needs a quarterback like the Saints.
No.
Wilson's not there to be the guy in the long run.
He could be if you treated
him. He's 37.
Right. I would have just signed him to a 2-year contract. I wouldn't even sign Winston because I just feel like he's going to be the distraction on that team. Like you're saying, Rodgers is a distraction. He might be a distraction.
He could be with the way he acts, but
that's why I feel like. Well, Howard probably better than Jackson as a quarterback because he has Rodgers. Rodgers is a great mind for the football and everything.
Yeah,
he definitely does.
Especially, he's also egotistic.
I just feel that was a whole fucking Jets thing because, even with Favre was it was also the New York outlet.
It could be. We'll see what happens with Fields.
It is.
But
Fields is going to deal with the same vertical, the same thing that they're dealing with. So is Russell. It's in a different market.
I know that plays a play into it, but at the same time,
Russell didn't really deal with that much last year with the whole. Neither were Fields because Fields was just that quarterback for the first 6 games.
Yeah,
and he played well. He played very, very well. That was your mom.
Yeah, I saw her. She's happy about Wilson.
No, I don't think she really cares.
No, she don't, but
I even think your dad will probably say the same thing. It doesn't really matter. How's your dad doing anyway?
Pretty good.
Good.
Happy about Fields.
Nah,
it's a transitional year for the Giants. Show upside.
You can't show upside when nothing has been proven yet.
No, but if they show competitive football and at least are in games like the Chiefs and it's like 2018, I can't complain about that.
Week 3, if they could somehow beat,
I can't complain about that. If you're rebuilding and you're losing, if you're getting blown out, then get rid of Dable. But if you're at least competitive and your defense is keeping you in games and your offense is at least putting drives in, even if it leads to a field goal, at least you're getting down there and showing, you know what, this run game has potential. This wide receiver game can make plays, and Dart gets in there when he's ready.
Because I just feel like your offensive line is going to
That's all I want for this Giants team this year.
I feel like your offensive line is going to bail you.
It might, but time will tell.
If the defense is playing, we also thought the Giants defense last year was going to be that good, and then we saw week 1 against Minnesota that was not the case.
No,
because Sam Darnold looked like he was something else.
He was, and I heard rumors that he may not even get the job in Seattle.
Who's the backup?
Jalen Milrow, but I don't know. That's what I heard.
See, I would wish Steelers went after him, honestly.
I don't know if it was a Sam Darnold hater that put together that article,
honestly. I mean, that's good, but that's going to be interesting to see if Sam Darnold actually, because he should have no. Like, it's the same thing actually for the Giants. Great wide receivers and running back and everything. Bad old line. I feel like that's going to happen. That old line is so shaky.
Yeah, time will tell.
Like in Seattle, like especially if they go against like teams like week 2, they're going to get Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh, they have a great defense. If Sam Darnold's going to start seeing ghosts again, I don't know what's going to happen.
We'll see what happens to JJ for Minnesota. If JJ plays well, then you say, you know what, Kevin O'Connell's a great coach.
And who's the backup for them?
Minnesota?
I don't think we even know.
I don't know.
I also think
not Dobbs.
It might be Dobbs left that. No, actually, it might be Dobbs. I thought he was still there. I thought he'd stay there.
Let's see. Vikings head coach, not head coach.
Backup quarterback. I think you might be Dobbs or maybe somebody else.
Sam Howell.
Oh yeah, I think Sam. Imagine he actually performed very, very well.
Sam Howell.
If JJ gets hurt again.
That's going to be a headline for Rodgers going back to the Jets week 1.
Listen, that game, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be like a lot of money to go to.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to try to get Jonathan to go to that game.
Yeah, but you better hope he stays healthy and he doesn't get hurt.
Who?
Rodgers on that field.
Oh my God. Or Justin.
Yeah, neither team wants that.
Or even Fields, because you don't want that field. I don't know. If he played a whole season on that field and played like decently,
yeah,
I think he'll be fine. It's Fields you have to worry about because he ain't never really played in that field that much.
He's gonna run the ball a lot.
I know I think that's the problem.
He's gonna run
because you don't have Garrett Wilson. Who's the other receivers? That's the problem, and I think the defense declined.
Can't tell you honestly.
No, I agree. I don't know who. Jonathan will probably know better.
Yeah, I can't tell you who.
I can't tell because I think Lazard. I think he's a free agent.
Yeah, I think he left.
You know who's the free agent? I'm surprised nobody picked up is Amari Cooper.
Yeah, he's still out there.
I'm still surprised. I'm surprised Buffalo didn't. That's the thing too. Buffalo didn't pick up nobody.
Yeah, Buffalo wasn't big in free agency.
Yeah, I know they have Shakir, and he's decent. And they're trying. I think they're trying to work out with Coleman and then the other guy. That's a Honeycomb or something like that.
All right, it's Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, Josh Reynolds.
Wasn't Josh Reynolds on the Lions last year? Is that the Josh Reynolds I'm thinking of?
Denver.
Oh, so then no, I don't know who. Then it's like a nobody.
Yes, some rookie.
Yeah, but
no,
Lazard.
I don't even know who this is.
Well, Lazard, I think he's a free agency, I believe. But still, Fields is going to be. They're going to rely heavily on that run game.
They are.
They're going to because Garrett Wilson could get double teamed, and then you got to rely on other pieces.
Yeah, basically what I'm saying looks like one receiver.
Like I say, with the difference.
Garrett Wilson. I don't know who the other guys are.
I felt like they did decline. Like at least with like.
Yeah, I don't think the Jets are going anywhere yet.
They need another top receiver. Like I think they should try to cap Adams. But now I think the Rams are going to run that whole division.
Yeah, I think the Rams should go to the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, yeah.
They're one of those teams that
I
can
feel
go.
like I'm sensing it's going to be like
Stafford coming back.
Not just that. I'm thinking
getting another receiver.
NFC Championship game. Rams and Lions.
Oh,
that's NFC. That's my title game. I'm thinking of.
That could be the script.
Think of it though, because
where in Detroit?
In Detroit.
Oh boy, script writers, get that out.
Because I feel this is
get that out, script writers.
That's why I feel like because the Lions are going to be a team on the rise because they made that defense so much better. They added so many good pieces to that corner and everything, and AH comes back, Hutchinson comes back, and that team's just going to be better, way better than everybody can believe.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I think they go 13-4 maybe. I'll put 13-4 maybe on there. I think everybody else is going to be a little. Philly takes a step back. I think because of their defense. I think the defense will give a little too much. Dallas, I think I'm going to say the same thing. Defense isn't going to be as strong because I think Parsons is going to sit out.
Yeah.
I think Jerry's going to be like, oh, he wants to sit out? He can stay sitting now.
Yeah, I think even Miami's going to have question marks.
We'll see because, I mean, you still have Tyreek, you still have Tua, you still have Waddle. Like, that's a good combination. The running game is going to be
Yeah, but health for
well,
Tua.
Ramsey's also sitting out, though, too. Like, he's not playing in the OTA.
Yeah, I was listening to Sirius XM one day going to work.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Nicole about it, too. They have no culture.
No.
Like, what's their
I
identity?
don't think that coach is really that good either.
Yeah,
McDaniels.
I texted her. What did I say? I said something about McDaniel.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good head coach. Like, I think he was good for those, like, when he first came in because he.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
Yeah, it was a surprise. But I just think they're not a good cold. They're not a good warm team, cold team. Especially when you gotta go play Pittsburgh in like the wintertime. When you gotta go play the Jets in the wintertime.
That's why they go one and done.
Yeah, because you got to be that team because they predicate on they gotta get the number 1 or number 2 seed.
Yeah.
Because if they get that, they're going to be they'll be a dangerous team because they can play in that top weather. Especially if they play the Patriots in cold weather. That's tough. Or Buffalo.
Where did I say? Where is it? Oh, okay. I said they need to get rid of McDaniel. He's like the kid that takes over his father's business while he's on vacation and has no idea how to run a place.
You didn't say nothing after that?
She gave this.
That's true. No, that's a good point though. Like McDaniel is he a bad coach? No.
He's good, but not the.
I just think
he should start in college first, and then
he did start in college.
No, I know, but he was with Washington. But like,
yeah, but he was a college.
You need more experience, though.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get experience unless you don't throw him into into.
No, I know.
I mean, they threw him into the fire, and then he survived a little bit, but now he's back on the burn.
Yeah, for a team like Miami, he has to at least set things
unless
straight.
Miami becomes that surprise team this year.
They can, but I don't see it.
We'll see because offense.
In that
they're
division, New England's on the rise. Buffalo's always going to be there. The Jets, you don't know.
Question mark.
Miami, you don't know.
Question mark. They're both those teams are question marks.
Yeah.
But who knows what Patriots we could say like they look good on paper, but then everything just fail.
It can.
Like we don't know. That's why I said on paper. I said this to Dave. On paper,
on paper
they
look
good. Like they could go to a playoffs. They do because of their schedule and everything. Mm-hmm. But who knows? Diggs could get hurt again, and he's out for the season. Not Rudolph. Why did I say Rudolph? Drake May could get hurt because the offensive line is so shaky. Who knows? Defense is going to be decent, but they I don't know. It's going to be all in. It's going to be all like in time. What happens, everything. And that's what's going to happen with that. Like football is such like it flips on a dime like that real fast.
It does, yeah.
Especially last year was like the running back like ever getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
CMC. Who was the other one? Oh my god!
A lot of injuries.
To the run backs last year.
A lot.
And even the quarterbacks too. Like the year before, all quarterbacks getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It was all the backups.
Yeah.
The year of the backups was that year.
The year, I remember that. Yeah, like what? Tyler Huntley started.
Oh my god! Someone from the Jets started. Well, that's the usual thing anyway.
Yeah, that's the usual thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the Giants with many quarterbacks, but that was
the year of DeVito.
Yeah, like DeVito year. But I don't know. It's gonna be fun NFL season. Looking forward to it. Probably gonna head out to Denver to see the Giants play.
You and Shane?
Probably.
Your best buddy?
No, that's Dave.
No, he's your best buddy.
Yeah, I'm his best buddy.
No, I think it goes both ways.
Sorry, Dave, if you're watching.
He don't care.
No, I know.
He'll help you happy.
That's my boy.
He's your boy, but I think you and Shane are best buddies.
Both of us.
Yeah, but that's good that you have you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Buddies.
I'm not denying
it's not like one sided.
Oh no, it's not one sided.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Wait, you saying Dave and I are one sided?
Yes. 100%.
No.
100%.
He just likes to roast me.
No, I think it's 100% one sided. There's nothing against you. I think it's just one sided.
I'm his best.
Like you do annoy him, and that's what it is. No, you do annoy him.
It's all in love. You call me Skip.
Everyone on here, if you're constantly going up to your best friend or constantly, you don't think he's gonna get annoyed?
No, he'd get annoyed because he's trying to work, but I'm just saying hello. You call me Skip at work all day long. Hey, Skippy,
Yeah,
Skippy.
I know but I just do it. Yeah, but I'm not sitting there calling my best friend.
No, you're calling me Skip.
Yeah, I call you Skip. That's who you are. You are Skip Bayless.
Leave in the comments if you think I'm Skip Bayless.
You're Skip Bayless.
No.
Yes. You're Skip Bayless. Every time you go back at certain things.
Not all the time, but
majority of the time.
I don't have my own agenda for certain players. Like you have an agenda for like anyone that's a Nick, anyone that's a Steeler. Like Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Now you're.
But I stay in one fucking team.
Now you're trashing Russell Wilson.
Hold on.
You were defending him last year.
I don't trash on him. I trash the team he went to.
Now you're defending him.
No.
You defended him last year.
I defended him last year because he was on our team.
Exactly.
I had to. I'm still defending him. He's not on my team no more.
No.
I said your offensive line is fucking so bad that he's gonna get hurt. That's just gonna happen. That's what I'm telling you. I feel bad for Russell.
So do I, but he's a good quarterback.
He's a good, but you said in a couple of years he's not a good quarterback.
No, I said he's not a great quarterback. I said he's a system quarterback.
No, but you said you even said he was not a good quarterback.
I said he's a system quarterback, and I still stand on it.
Yeah, and I think your system sucks.
But he was you can't tell me he did not benefit from having that team.
What, last year?
No, the Seahawks defense and running game. You can't tell me he did not.
But he also made that team too.
Yes, he's
offensively.
He's good.
He scored.
He's good.
The NFC Championship gets Green Bay.
He's good, but he's not great.
What was the last play of the game?
Oh, he threw a bomb. He's good. He's a good quarterback, but he's not great.
You can't say it's all because of the
He's not top 5.
But no, he's not top 5.
He's not top 5. He's not top 10. Top 20, yes, but he's not top 5.
He's top 20. No, but there's a difference. He still made that team fucking better. Even the year before the Legion Boom before the Super Bowl run, his first year, his rookie year, what happened? They got into wild card spot, not because of Legion of Boom, because he was putting up fucking points.
Yeah, he was putting up points.
Exactly.
But he's a good quarterback. He's good enough to do that, but he's not great to do it on his own.
That 3 or 4 years that team was that good. I get that. I 100% get it. It was defense. Also, too, was it Russell's fault that he was told to throw the ball in the end zone? No, it was because of fucking
no, but someone like Tom Brady would have been able to read that play and be like, "Oh shit, they got that defense, and then we're gonna change it."
Yeah, but I think it was already changed to that already. Because I think it was supposed to be a run play, and it was changed. That's why I think. Because I mean, he said over, and I think he said 86 or something, whatever number.
Something like that. But I also saw an interview with Belichick saying they had it set up for this, and then they changed it last second because they thought they were gonna run the ball.
Yeah, so then he probably did change it to what Pete Carroll wanted.
Yeah, and then they threw the ball.
That's what it was. So I think it's on Pete Carroll. Did not matter. You needed a touchdown or a field goal to put that game away.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you skip.
That makes you skip. Every other thing that makes you skip. Say Carol Clark ain't a good player.
I never said Caitlin Clark's not a.
Oh shit!
No.
But then when I go for my vacation on the cruise this year,
I never.
You posted a video saying, "Oh, you're such a good player. You're such this."
Let me explain it. All I said is Caitlin Clark shoots nothing but the 3. And she's not a good management of the team. And I did not think it was going to carry over to the NBA right away. WNBA right away. And it did. So I apologize for that. I never, in everything I've said, I never said she was. Of course, I
go on the goddamn cruise.
I never said she was a bad.
I was ready to call you and everything. Just be like, what the fuck?
I never said she was a bad player. I just think Paige Beckers is the better player overall. No. Just like I think LeBron James is the better player overall, but isn't the greatest scorer of all time. That lands with Kobe Bryant. I have my own agenda for certain aspects of the game.
Where's Kobe on the scoring list? Where's Kobe?
But LeBron's been playing for 23 years.
That's not.
Kobe retired at 36.
Because of what reason?
Injuries.
Okay. LeBron barely got injured.
Yes.
That's on Kobe.
But that's not my point. Too hard. That's not my point. I don't say but that's why I think
he had rest.
But that's why I think
not to.
That's why I think LeBron is the better player overall. But I still think Kobe is the better scorer, not the better player overall.
The reason why LeBron is in his league for so long because he takes care of his body.
Yes, and
Kobe
he's the
did
better.
Not.
And
Kobe played too hard.
That doesn't mean Kobe can't be the better scorer, but LeBron is the better player overall.
But when you put too much on your body's going to break down.
Yes,
his body broke down at a young age.
Yes,
LeBron's 40-something years old and still playing on top. He's averaging 20-something
but that's why I just said he's the better player overall.
But he's a better point scorer too, because it comes with that.
I disagree on that.
No, it comes with that because, like you said, you don't like the NBA because of the points and everything.
The 3-pointer. Everybody
doesn't matter. How do you think?
Just like Jokic gets just like in that game, Pacers Knicks, Miles Turner takes a 3, he misses. 2 seconds later, Karl Anthony Towns does the same exact thing.
Yeah, but then Towns also could be better in the paint, and he was that entire game. He was dominant in that paint.
I get that, but look at every NBA game.
Yeah, because like I told you,
blowouts. Nuggets won by 40, and then the Thunder won by 40.
Okay, but that's how it changes on the dime. Any game like that.
No, I get that, but
you can't blame that because
I like when players play by position.
It doesn't matter. You can switch that position.
No, I get that,
but do you think?
Imagine if Shaq tried shooting a 3.
I believe he has before.
He has, but not consistently throughout every part of the game.
But at that time, you're different eras.
I get
at that time.
I get it. We're in a 3-point era.
Shaq. Yes, Shaq was dominant. But you can't say, "Oh, I don't like his era because it's not dominant." Yes, because that's a different era at the time. This is a different.
I get that,
now.
but I never said I don't like the era.
Yes, you did.
I don't like watching it, but I get it's a whole different era. But I can't
say that you don't like it.
No, but I can't watch a game that's going to be blowout after blowout because people keep shooting threes.
So you're telling me if Cavs blow every team, you wouldn't be fucking happy?
I'd be glad it's a blowout.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I want them to play competitive.
I'd still play competitive.
Game 3 against the Heat, it was 80-39 in the third quarter. I couldn't watch that.
I was so happy watching the Knicks blow out the Celtics up by 40 points. I was happy for that.
It's nice to watch your team blow out teams, but at the same time,
especially it's a rivalry team.
In the postseason, I want it to be competitive down to the wire.
The only competitive, well, you can say with the football. Look what Baltimore did to Houston when they played. They killed them like last year. Same with Chiefs. Chiefs blew them out in the game and everything. Like, come on.
Super Bowl was over by halftime.
Oh, yeah, but because of good defense.
Yeah, and sloppy plays, but still, especially in the postseason.
Yeah, but only on one end.
I want to watch games go down to the wire.
No,
that's just me. I want to watch them down to the wire.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't always get what you want.
I get that, but
you always can't be beggars, can't be choosers. You can't be picky. Oh, this team.
No, I'm not being picky. That's something you would do, but
no, I'm happy. Listen, I'm happy whatever my team could do. I stick to what team.
So do I.
No, you don't. No, you do not.
I have my loyalties, but I just happen to collect a lot of hats and jerseys.
Who's your second team besides the Giants?
I like rooting for the Bengals, but
because of what reason?
Oh, Burrow.
Yeah, so you're a player bias.
Okay. But at the end of the day, I'm rooting for if it's Giants, Bengals in the Super Bowl. I want the Giants.
It's not going to happen for a long time.
It's not going to happen, but I want the Giants to win the Super Bowl. Sorry, Joe, but this is still the Giants.
No, but also that's a win-win situation for you, though.
Oh yeah, I'd be happy for Joe.
Exactly.
But Giants come out on top in New York, baby.
Yeah, but no, I'm sorry. If you go to any other arena, even if you go to Giants arena, and then you tell them, well, I also like Cincinnati because I like the Giants, number one team, but I also like the Bengals because they'll be like,
and they're from Ohio. Yeah, but it's not a division rival. It'd be a lot wrong to say Giants.
It's either you're loyal to one team or you're loyal to nobody.
I am loyal to one team.
No, you're not.
I am though.
You're not though. You go to Cincinnati because Cincinnati's the best team. They're the best team in the league. They're on fire right now.
They were.
Yeah. But what I tell you was going to happen, what was going to fail them? That defense.
Yeah, and it did. But it's out of my control.
And you thought I was crazy putting him in the wild card round. You thought I was crazy.
Yeah, well, Skip can't always be right.
Yeah, well. Yeah,
Skip can't always be right.
Because you have the worst prediction. Last year, you had a good prediction though. Like you had Minnesota going and the Chargers going. That was the two. I'm like, wow, those were good.
Yeah,
but then you had the Raiders going.
I didn't think they'd be that bad.
Then mine was actually on the NFC side. Mine was correct.
I didn't think they'd be bad Raiders.
Besides Washington. Washington's the only ones I didn't have on that team. So no one thought Washington was going to be like that good.
No.
No one did.
No.
We all had Detroit going to the playoffs.
Same thing too with Buffalo. No one thought that.
No. But this year would be different. I think we're gonna have Buffalo in that because I'm gonna say Kansas City drops a little bit.
I think so too.
Because I think they lost too much on defense and offense. I think they're getting older. like Mahomes again. Like he's still, I think he's gonna be fine, but Kelsey ain't gonna be the same
Oh
player.
no, he's not.
Kelsey showed his age.
He's not.
Kelsey showed his age at the Super Bowl.
Denver's on the rise. LA's on the rise.
The Raiders is
Vegas could make an
slowly on the
improvement
rise.
with Pete Carroll and Geno Smith, so we'll see. But
That's gonna be interesting. Like team right there. I think they're gonna be very interesting.
yeah, I can't wait. All right, sorry, this is not your normal broadcast, but it was fun. We had a nice conversation. It was fun. We
So we're
talked.
gonna stick to one thing. We're gonna talk to the team on your chest.
I mean, we could.
Yeah, do we have time?
Yeah, we can go for another 5 minutes. Discuss the Mets, whatever you want.
All right. Well, the Mets actually won today. They won 4-3.
Yeah, we can talk Mets real quick.
Yeah, I just think they're just the best team right now. And
Yeah, they're the best team in baseball. They're 45-24.
They just won, so 45-24.
Except tomorrow they're playing Tampa, so Dougie's gonna be rooting for Tampa this time around.
But is it?
No, it's at Citi Field, so
Oh,
maybe I'll be there falling to my knees again. But
I wish I could be there, but I got to work the next day. That's the only that sucks. I wanted to go last night, but I was too busy.
the Mets are playing good baseball. Soto's waking up.
Soto's finally Alonso. I think
Alonso's having an MVP season.
I think he's playing very, very well.
He is playing
Pitching
good.
staff is playing phenomenal. Like Peterson last night, 9 scoreless innings. He pitched all 9 innings last night.
Yeah, that's rare in baseball today.
Yeah, like he played phenomenal. If they, like I said, that pitching staff plays well, I think nobody's gonna beat them.
Yeah, I think they can come
I
out.
think they
I think
come
it's you're not going to put it down. Mets Tigers.
See, I would like to see that.
Mets Tigers.
I just don't know because the Yankees are also playing very, very well because they're just blowing out teams.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. When it comes down to it, like the pitching wise, in the playoffs, that might be a little troublesome for them.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my only concern for them. Are they going to be consistent, like pitching wise, or are they going to be bad? So who knows with that? But I just feel like Detroit's the best team right now.
Yeah.
And the AL,
Mets
and behind them are probably the Yankees.
Yeah, I think the Yankees are right behind them.
Because I think it's going to be between them two. I think no one's going to touch.
Yeah, Yankees right behind.
Yeah. And NL, I think the Mets are showing, and I think San Diego dropped off a little bit.
Yeah, San Diego's falling. Giants are on a roll.
Yeah.
Dodgers aren't the best, but they're still there.
Yeah. Chicago's playing very well.
Chicago's coming out of the Central.
Chicago's playing. Yeah, they're up 4 games in the Central.
Yeah, Atlanta's slowing down. Philly's been So Mets are playing good ball.
Yeah, if they keep this pace up and everything, like if they could keep rolling, I feel they're going to be the best team going into the World Series.
Yeah, they should be there. They should be there.
I think it's going to be. I mean, I'm hoping LA gets 2 or 3, so then they have to play somebody in the wild card and get out the first round.
Yeah,
that would be. I just feel like they have too much talent on their hand and they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, come October, the Dodgers wake up.
Yeah, well, they have to because the guys are pitching well.
Yeah, come October.
Ohtani's I think he's a little bit of a slump right now.
Well, he's supposed to get back to pitching, so we'll see what.
I hope that, but I don't think he should do that.
I don't think so either.
Because is he going to be DH then at that point? Because you don't have, because now you don't have, because then it's you lose him as a hitter, for one game.
Yeah, well, I think he does both.
Well, no, you can't. I don't think you can now.
Yeah, I don't know how the rules are, but
because I don't think you can now. He might be DH after he's done pitching. I can see him doing that.
Yeah, I don't know how.
But I think he's just a better rotational hitter.
Yeah, he's a good hitter than a pitcher. I'd stick to one.
They changed that rule specifically, I think, to protect the pitchers and everything.
Yeah.
Remember, they were always at the bottom of the hit and everything. Now they don't have to, which I think it's better because it should stick to.
Yeah, he should just be a hitter.
Yeah.
Alonso's stepping up.
Yeah, he's playing.
He's been playing good baseball.
Played really well.
Yeah, he hit another home run today. I think
2-run. Soto hit another home run.
3-run shot.
I think Soto is playing decent again. He's finally waking up. But we'll see with Tampa because I just feel like. I mean, Tampa's actually isn't Tampa not that far out of wild card spot?
Yeah, they're 37 and 31.
That's real good. I don't know. They surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, they're playing good baseball.
Are they in the wild card spot at all?
I think they're a game and a half out.
I mean, if they can make a run towards that and be in the wild card team, and they got
Jimmy. I mean, Dave. How about that?
Well, we'll see.
McNeil's batting .265, 6 home runs on the year.
Yeah.
So McNeil's been playing good baseball.
Yeah. Soto's waking up. Alonso's playing fantastic. Lindor's playing good. Nimmo's playing good.
Yeah, B. Nims, he's playing good.
He's playing good. I think finally we're just getting like people on base, and it's finally like paying off.
Yeah.
It's like, especially now, our pitching staff is just putting them out of them, and I don't understand they scored 3 runs. Washington did, but the Mets could hold off. I mean, they could play that hold off game.
Yeah, they're playing good baseball.
Yeah, they just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Because
Don't get cold.
They're like what they won. Let me see, they swept Colorado, and then it's just they had a 6-game win streak, I believe.
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
And now they play at Tampa.
5.
6. 5
or 6.
It's 6 because they played Colorado, swept them. They played Washington, swept them.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6. Yeah, and then now they got.
Yeah, now it's 6, and then they play Tampa.
And they play Tampa.
So that'll be fun. Like he may, be miserable again.
But, I mean, who else you and Dave go?
Oh yeah, get harassed.
I don't know. Dave would be like, this ain't mine. Let's go. The problem is, like, I feel like if you're going, it's like if you had to choose the stadium to go to, you have to go to the City Field.
Yeah, I ain't going to the stadium for that shit.
I just feel like it's a lot better where it is and everything.
Yeah, City Field's more of a stadium than
It's
Yankee
more
Stadium.
fun to go to.
Yankee Stadium's like a museum, but what can I say? All right, everyone, thank you for joining us. I think Jimmy leaves for vacation in a few weeks, so
I leave at the beginning of July. So.
Yeah, he'll be in Hawaii having the time of his life.
Oh hell yeah!
Having the time of his life.
Well,
I'll be here.
You probably.
StreamYard hopefully is back in the next few days or week or so. Or never. But yeah, this is a good episode, good conversation. 40 minutes worth of conversation.
You tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us what you think. Again, this show is brought to you by unsolicited role models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. See everybody next time. There's no intro, there's no closing, so
we'll say bye to you. So bye, everyone.
The show ends here.